Hello, and welcome to the next StableNet Snapshot video. Today's video is about the new StableNet web portal, or what we'll call now the StableNet Portal, and it was introduced with the annual release of StableNet 10.0 that just came out. And we'll just take a quick tour around the new portal and its current features. At the moment, there are still two separate portals, the new StableNet Portal, but also the old portal. In this particular video, we're going to focus on the new portal. The difference between these is that the new portal can be currently reached by applying the suffix /portal to your StableNet URL, while the old web portal has no suffix. Although you can still use both web portals, the mid to long-term goal here is to replace the old web portal with the new portal completely. But this is going to take some time, so don't worry, and stay tuned for the updates there. Here you can sign in. And then you see the new StableNet Portal. It starts with the inventory overview where you can see all the devices. And now we take a tour around this portal, and I'll start with the agents first. So we have an agent overview. You probably know these two features here, the flow and the syslog query. They used to exist as separate portals, but now they're integrated into the single StableNet Portal. If you don't know these features, I can quickly show you what they are. This morning I generated some net flows in a new NetFlow portal. It looks like this. It can do everything you can do in the Java GUI. You can filter the NetFlow messages, do drill downs, and you have a really nice new modern overview of your data, including additional visualizations like protocols, some statistics. But I don't want to go into detail here because the whole filtering and visualization functions would take a whole separate video. One of the most interesting new features of the annual release is the inventory theme. You've already seen my devices. We've added the device dashboard. If I want, I can also have a list, just like in the traffic or in the inventory. And if you select a device, for example, the Moscow router, then you have an overview of all the important measurements and metrics about this particular device. You have the key information, what the device is, which IP it has, and so on. You also have the measurement state, so here I can see whether there are alarms on my device. I have a visualization of the ping measurement and the trend information about the last 24 hours, and a lot of other metrics and information. I have the health panel, which is also quite nice because you see the current state of all the monitors on your device. You have a quick overview of open alarms. Also, the time when the last alarm happened and when the oldest open alarm happened. Also, which alarms are currently open, and at the moment I have none of these acknowledged. Then you can analyze the neighborhood of the selected device with neighborhood levels. So in my system there are only 2 neighborhoods, so I have to stop here. It's also possible to drag the vertices around. However, since this is a dynamic weather map, you can't save it. And then you have the device properties too, just like in the Java GUI, the interfaces of the devices at the current states. You have connectivity information with the different interfaces, links, physical addresses, and so on. We have module information with what modules are placed inside the device. And you have the properties with which the device was discovered with. If I go back to the device overview, I can show another really cool feature of the StableNet Portal. And that is that we finally introduced the dark mode natively. The dark mode can be really well presented with device overview. So if I go to the settings and into the dark mode and back to my device, you'll see that we already have a working dark mode inside the portal. And you've also seen that it's possible to change the colors of the charts. So this is the color theme, there are dark and light modes, and the chart theme, which changes the colors of the charts. But for now, I'm just going to go back into the light theme. Then as a second new feature, we introduced the device analyzer. This aims to provide more detailed information about the measurements of the device. More so than the device overview, because here you only have an overview of the metrics and measurements. Whereas in the device analyzer, you can really see what's happening in the device. I can go, for example, to the Moscow router. Now you see all the measurements which are currently placed on the device. And I can simply drop measurements inside the measurement panel And now for every metric with a different unit, there's a chart created. And you can see that I can analyze it. I can toggle minimum and maximum, or min and max. Okay, for now I don't have any min and max aggregated data, but you can toggle the outer scale feature, which if it's disabled, then all the charts start with 0. And if it's enabled, then the charts of the y-axis are starting with a reasonable number. You can also change the time settings, just like in the analyzer of the Java GUI. And you can do this for all these panels at once with the controls above, or you can do it for each single panel with these controls. You can also drag the panels around any way you like. If you don't want to add a complete measurement with all its metrics, you can also expand the measurement tab. Now I can use this metric and place it into this container, which works because they're both in percentages. It wouldn't work if it's in a different unit. They have to be similar units of measurement. So in this manner, it's possible to have different parts of different measurements in one place, and you can analyze them together. The last feature for the inventory is the device Geomap, which shows the devices and/or the alarms. So currently I have enabled the alarm view, so I can only see the devices with an alarm. But if I toggle the view to state, I can also use the devices without an alarm. I can also show the links on my devices. There's also clustering enabled, so if I zoom out, then clusters are created. And in the center, I always see the highest state of all the devices that are clustered, the number of devices, and a donut chart around it, which shows the distribution of the states. Then we have the reporting feature. The reporting feature currently has report jobs, which show all my reports. Here it's possible to generate those reports manually, and you can download them via the StableNet Portal by clicking on Download. Then we've added a weather map view in the StableNet Portal. Currently, the weather map view is read-only. Same as most of the features in the StableNet Portal, they're just read-only. This means you can change the weather map, change the layout of the weather map, but it's only temporary, so you can analyze it at the moment, but the changes won't be stored in the database. At the moment, this is only possible in the Java GUI, but we also aim to provide writing features to the StableNet Portal. Then there's a config generator and zero-touch provisioning. Both of these topics are very advanced topics, and they'd cover at least one video each, so I'm not going to go into detail here. The last point would be the template manager, which I've already briefly shown in the last video. This is a way to edit your XML templates via the StableNet Portal, so you don't need to download the templates from the Java GUI, edit them with an external editor, and upload them again. So here you can just select OK. I want to edit my discovery files, and then I want to edit the Router Lab XML discovery. And now I can edit the whole discovery file. And I also have syntax completion, which is a great help. It's also one of the new features of the portal. As I already said, these features will be improved upon in the future. And we're looking to add a lot of new features as well, including editing all the entries, editing the objects, and entities which you have seen so far. In general, more of the administration stuff you currently can only do with the Java GUI we're going to be implementing here. So this was a quick tour around the new StableNet Portal, which was released with the 10.0 annual release. I hope this video gave you a chance to become more familiar with the best practices, along with staying up to date with some of the exciting new developments we've been making with StableNet. As always, make sure you like the video if you find it helpful, and subscribe to our channel for more videos as they become available. We just want to make sure that you are able to take full advantage of your StableNet installation. Thanks for your time, and see you next time.